family of the word comes, man.
He on his John the Baptist.
You gotta improvise. Booties and shit. Hey, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it's lawful.
You be ordering that shit?
Yeah. They got them in Mexico. It's a delicacy down there, man.
Oh,
it's
word?
be loving that shit.
What's today's date? Huh? 5/4?
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, the dead.
Oh, word? That bullshit?
Yeah. Goddamn anniversary. My wife's anniversary. Shit.
Wow.
Do your phone be talking about enabling Twitch? They say something about enabling Twitch?
You doing stream?
Yeah, because it get dark when I charge it. When I start streaming.
Nah, my shit pretty alright. It's pretty good. Shalom, Mark. BaHaSham yeah, which way it's supposed to go again?
Yeah, like that.
It's supposed to go
over there with the beam of truck.
Wait a minute, but ain't it supposed to turn the other way?
Sold out, man.
Oh yeah.
You could pull it out? Pull it out. Turn around, yeah.
I ain't mad at you though.
I made a mistake when I glued when I glued the piece. I can't spread it out. I can't, like, you know how I used to come out a little bit?
Yeah.
I can't do that shit. I made a mistake and glued it together.
I left early.
You off next week? We supposed to go to Elders. Yeah, it's up. We live. We live.
I can't.
Oh
shit,
It's in the car. Damn,
you gotta at least give him warning. Well, I think you said that was broke.
We got one more week. See, I glued that shit.
Oh, you crazy
But
glue?
when I glued it, I can't expand it now. It don't open up, but it's good. It's tight. That's super glue.
Okay.
Home Depot. Oh, I'm gonna get the stick. It's loud.
Start off?
Come on, you said you want to set it off. Yeah, come on, man.
Trying to pass.
Alright. Shalom. Want to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Rawchaa, Qadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and shalom to the elect. You know? And we out here through the spirit of power, Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, to show our people really mercy, man. Because this world is coming out, and it's giving you you know what I'm saying? Basically, we giving you warning before all this shit hits the fan, so to speak, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here building a spiritual ark. You know what I'm saying? So when the floods do come, which the floods are spiritually Esau, Edom, all right, you can be protected, man. You know?
This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Yeah, man. We want to show you what a real man of the Lord, you know, or basically help you to judge, man. Hey, give me Revelation 19. Basically help you to judge, man. All right, because you got, like the scripture say in Matthew 24, you got many guys that say they come in the Yahawashi, or the scripture, you know, people of the world might know him as Jesus Christ. So who is actually coming in? Who actually has the spirit of the Most High, man? Who actually has the spirit of the Lord, man? You know, us, because you know we're the ones teaching about the downfall of America. We say the same shit every week, man. All right, but we don't keep saying the same thing every week until the Most High, you know what I'm saying, takes us off these corners, man. And it's coming fast, man. Yeah, Revelation 19.
Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship Yahawah, for the testimony of Yahawashi It's the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, man, the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy, man. So we claim that we know the Lord, we know who you call Jesus Christ, all right? We claim that he has sent us, man. So how do you know that the Most High really sent us? Hey, we're going to be pushing prophecy. And like our apostles say, these other guys, Vocab Malone, which he calls himself an apologetic, all right? He's not pushing prophecy, man.
Right.
So-called Dr. Eric Mason, the pastors you see in the churches, they all pushing prosperity, man. So go back on that Jeremiah 28 and 9.
Yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesied a peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
Yeah, so then you shall know that the Most High hath truly sent him, man. You know? And like I said, we've been preaching the same, message as far as destruction coming. And that's all you see upon the planet Earth, man. Hurricanes daily. All right, you got, you know what I'm saying, America going to war, more wars happening since we came out here, man. You know, that should tell you something, man. You know, but our people don't know how to judge, man. You know? But then even the Most High going back into mercy as well, because the Most High is, look, like saying, look, I know, you know what I'm saying, our people sleep, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you pastors, all right, according to my heart, they're gonna speak to you in words that you can understand, easy words, but you're still not gonna get it, man. Right. You know? So the Most High is justified.
Yeah, our people don't have a spirit of discernment, like the brother just said. Because what? Clearly, like the scripture I have here right now, I'll read it right now first. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, man. You know? And hey, if you're somebody, you're a new fruit out there looking for the truth, seeking the word, trying to discern who are the true men of the Lord, well, the truth, you're going to behold of the true men of the Lord. You're going to see them out there on the highways and the byways, on the hedges, you know, out there in the marketplaces, pushing this word, man. And if it's not through the spirit and power of BaHaSham Yahawashi, hey, Shalom, Esau.
You're an Edomite.
Hey, if it's not the spirit of power of BaHaSham Yahawashi from the elders and the apostles on down, man, the apostle elders on down, then who is it, man? Because who's out here week in and week out? Who's out here on the highways and the byways, no matter what the season is, man? You know, it's through the spirit and power of BaHaSham Yahawashi from the elders and apostles on down. It's GreatMillStone, man, and you got other guys out there that push the word, man. But they learn from GreatMillStone, man. You know.
Good precept.
Got it.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Right, man. We're feeding you with knowledge and understanding, man. Now you say, well, how do I know that it's feeding you with knowledge and understanding? Well, just look around, man. We're telling you martial law is going to come to pass. Look around. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're telling you pestilence going to come. All right? It's not the outbreak of the measles virus, man. Right. You know, we're telling you, you know what I'm saying, the family of the word is coming, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not Esau pushing different legislation as far as anti-Semitic laws and stuff like that. You know, it's also through the spirit that Apostle Yahawah had pushed the spirit out of no new members in GreatMillStone, man. You know, we telling you all of this, and we telling you from day in and day out, but you still, you still choose not to get it.
Yeah, that's the measles. That's a plague, man. You know, the measles. That's a plague, man. You know, you have in the Midwest right now, you have a big flood, which is killing all the crops of the United States, man. Okay, agriculture and even the cattle, man. The calves, cows, they were all drowned in the flood, man. You know, that's a plague, man. You know. So all these things are happening. You got in Florida, a big outbreak of poisonous frogs, man, that just came out of nowhere, man. You know, this is the Lord making his magic and not magic. I don't want to say his magic, doing his miracles and doing his signs. You know, plaguing Esau, plaguing Egypt, spiritual Egypt, before he destroys it, man.
Yeah, man. 15, brother. You know where that's at? Talking about signs and wonders. I think it's like second Ezra.
What, 15?
Talking about clean ends and clean beginnings. I forgot how it goes. Second Ezra's 9, I think.
Oh, you want to start with 9? I'm right there. All right. We must start from the top.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same the highest thing to visit the world, which
man, and you know, people don't believe because already they put the Most High in like a time frame as far as, you know, this gotta happen all at once right then and there, man. But the Most High, he's patient, man. You know, so like for example, we might tell you World War III is popping out, man. You know, you might say, well, my grandmother been talking about that, man. You know, but different things, like I know the elder in Dallas, he goes into the algorithms, man, because different things have to play out before the grand finale has to happen, man. You know, like for example, you can give me Exodus 10. Exodus 10. No, it's like Romans 9. It talks about how the Lord fathers Pharaoh's heart. You know? Yeah.
Romans 9:17. For the scriptures saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. It says, so then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, and I might show my power in thee.
Yeah, man. So the Most High gave Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? He gave him great riches, man. He made him the kingdom that everybody looked up to at one point, man. He hardened his heart. So therefore, he could show his power within him, man. So now everybody know that the Most High, he's the one that reigneth upon the earth, man. You know? Like just like America, man. You know, America is so calm because their military is so strong and stuff like that. You know? But it's all for the Most High's will, man. You know? So, but this all takes time, you know what I'm saying? It takes time for your heart to get built up, man.
It says, verse 18, therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahawah? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Yeah, man, that's what it's all going to come to, man. One is going to be unto honor, as the scriptures say, and it's that Matthew. All right, basically the last shall be first and the first shall be last, and that's what it's all coming to, man. But all these things are going to play out, man. Famine, death. All right, race wars, all of that, man. You know, martial law. And what the thing is with this measles virus, what can happen? I remember Apostle Harwood even saying that how over there in St. Lucia, they quarantined a ship from going into St. Lucia. I think it was like a cruise ship because one person on there had the measles virus. So who's to say? You know what I'm saying? One person in the hospital over here in North might have the measles virus, and then that's martial law, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Also too, they that new movie that the Marvel movie, End Times. Endgame. Yeah, Endgame with the Marvel movie. There was somebody. There was a report of a quarantine in a movie theater because one dude that came into the movie theater, because you know how popular that movie is. Everybody wants to go see it. I personally don't want to see it. You know. I don't really give a shit, but there was somebody in the movie theater that had the measles, man. You know, and so they're quarantining everybody and making a big deal of it, and it's really just an excuse, you know, for order at KO, man. You know, problem reaction solutions, stick you with a vaccine, and potentially put a microchip in you, man. You know.
That was it on that.
All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, man. So a wise man will really consider, like, man, this was spoken thousands of years back and it's actually happening. Maybe I should listen up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this guy might have some answers for me. You know? And that's what's gonna happen. Hey, like the scriptures say, you get that in that 2nd Ezra 6. No, 5. It's a lot. 2nd Ezra 5, where it says how
The way of truth shall be hidden.
yeah, the way of truth shall be hidden.
The 2nd Ezra chapter, to the point.
You can read up a little bit.
2nd Ezra chapter 5. I start at verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which shall dwell upon earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
And the land shall be barren of faith, man. And it makes me think of like over there in India too. Like I believe, yeah, it was Easter, so-called Easter or whatever. You had something called the Easter. It was actually in Sri Lanka, I believe, where it was a bombing, man. And chick, you know, basically it was a bombing. You know, her dad, basically his limbs, you know, he got caught up in a bomb or whatever. His limbs was all over the place or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was basically saying it was so horrific that it got her to thinking like there is no God, man. And she was coming out of church, man. She was coming out of church, you know? You know, so that's how people's gonna feel, man. It's gonna feel so bad. It's gonna be so bad because people, like, you know, I was going into before how people put the Most High in the box. They think if the Most High, if it's not about love, it's the Lord not with it, man. You know, but the Lord, the scriptures say, I kill, I make alive, I heal, I wound.
Deuteronomy 32:39.
That's real quick.
Come.
Psalm chapter 18, verse 40. It says, Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them. Even unto the Lord, but he answered them not.
Yeah, man. So this is going to happen to this very day. They're going to cry unto the Lord like the girl in Sri Lanka. You know what I'm saying? You know, and hey, people not going to mourn for you either, man, because that, you know how the scriptures say how people not going to mourn for you because they're going to be going through shit, man. But over there in Sri Lanka, the girl was, you know, the one that a victim of the bombing or whatever. She was saying how people weren't even helping her, man. People were just standing by taking pictures, man. You know, so that's how it's going to be in this place, man.
That's true.
You know, you're going to walk past people, holding their loved ones, man, holding their kids, you know. But that's how the Lord is going to be, man. Because right now he's extending his hand. You know what I'm saying? He's telling you to come back. But, you know, people just ride by, they scoff when they walk by. It's going to be to your destruction.
Hey, it was the same thing like, remember the flooding? There was a flood.
Hurricane Harvey.
And that woman,
about the same thing.
Yeah, that woman, she was filming.
That's the
and
spirit.
you could see her whole house was flooded. She couldn't leave her home. And she was like, where's Jesus at now? Or something to that nature.
That's the spirit.
You know?
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that's the spirit because, I don't know if the brothers see that video with that dude Jordan Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
He was basically blaspheming the Most High, man. So that's the time we're in, man. We hit it, they was going. You know, he was talking shit to the Most High about bringing Tupac back, man. So how much more of a person, all right? How much more of a person that's, you know, holding their firstborn son or their only son, you know, in their hand? How much more of them, man?
Yeah,
See, and let me say this, man. And these are the leaders that these peons is following. How you gonna follow somebody that's asking questions? You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch, man. You know what I'm saying? But just because they got some type of status within the society, or they got some FRNs in which they can eat whatever meal or have any other bitch they want, you know what I'm saying? You individuals want to follow them. Meanwhile, for 3 minutes or 4 minutes, however long the song is, he's sitting there asking questions. You know what I'm saying? To the Lord on why he's in the predicament that he's in. And you individuals on that comment board was like, damn, that's deep. Ain't nothing deep about it. What is so deep about an individual asking questions? You know what I'm saying? And which is already in which the answers is already made public.
Right.
By way of the Hebrew Israelites through the spirit of power of Yahawah and Yahawashi. Spearheaded by our apostles at GreatMillStone, man. You know, the Lord's going to smoke that nigga.
Yeah, because he thought that Tupac is no reason for him to die. He was such a good man. The scriptures say no man perish being innocent. They all was fucking wicked. Michael Jackson ass was wicked. You know, touching little boys and shit, man.
And these guys were CIA operatives. Here it is. Tupac was nothing but a CIA operative. Nipsey Hussle, a CIA operative, man. He was going to name his last album The Spook Who Sat by the Door. You individuals who are familiar with that book and that movie, you know what I'm saying, that should tell you something, man. Because it was a gang member out of Chicago, you know what I'm saying, in which he went to infiltrate the CIA. You know what I'm saying? But he did it on the premise of getting information about the CIA to bring the information back to his people. And they were showing him how to make, he was showing them how to make bombs and everything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But with him actually making that statement, the spook who sat by the door, he was that spook sitting by the door because he was a CIA operative, man. And what the masses of the people want to worship and follow him. You know what I'm saying? And that's all a part of that spell. You know what I'm saying? The media is nothing but a middleman from the elites of this society and the general public. Whatever the elites want the masses of the people to believe, they're gonna use it by way of their media. And it's nothing but a spell. You know what I'm saying? The Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, all of that is used as a medium, as a spell to keep you people bewitched. The elect are the only individuals that's not gonna fall for that madness. Yeah, we listen to the music for entertainment. That's where it stops, man.
And if I could say one more thing about that music video, he was like, yo, Lord, why you take Trayvon Martin, but you left George Zimmerman? You know, and first off, they said Trayvon was trying to mix damn Skittles with Arizona and lean, man, to get all high anyway, man. All right, so he was wicked as hell anyway, man. All right, and then another thing, 2 Peter 2:9, the Lord knows how to reserve the wicked until the day of destruction, man. That's why George Zimmerman is still sticking around, man.
Check this out. This is the answer to that nuts questions within the 3 or 4 minutes of the song, right? This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers, like Tupac, like Nipsey Hussle, like Trayvon Martin, who else he named? It doesn't matter anyway. All the individuals that he named in the song, it was wicked doers, man.
Fucking Biggie. Like
Biggie. You know what I'm saying? It says, but it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. But not as with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish. That's why Donald Trump's still around.
Right.
Chilling, sipping mojitos. That's why George Zimmerman is still walking around cool as a cucumber. Because the Lord is waiting to punish these individuals, man. Look, if you're not one of the Lord's people, and the Lord doesn't love you, the Lord is patiently waiting to destroy you. They had a saying back in the 90s. They say the good die young, but grimy niggas live a long time. Why is that? Because the Lord is allowing their wickedness to build up, man. The Lord is allowing their wickedness to build up so he can destroy them.
That's right.
It's like you're on vacation. You're charging everything to the room. You know what I'm saying? Oh, put the massage on the room. Oh, put this shirt to the room. You know what I'm saying? And here it is, after 7 days of charging everything to the room, are you willing to pay that bill? You know, wine bottles and things of that nature. The receipt is going to be long as hell. That's the wickedness that these Edomites is storing up when it comes according to their sins, man. So they're going to look at all that luxury that they dwelt while they had a position of rulership. And when the Lord is going to ask for their ass to turn over their rulership, they're not going to be able to pay that tab, man. They already wrote a check that their ass couldn't cash, man. You know? Real quick, it says, for not as with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbeareth to punish till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us, least that being come to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us, and therefore he never withdraweth his mercy from us, And though he punished with adversity, yet doth he never forsake his people. So the Lord don't never forsake his people. Look, you being put to death is a mercy, according to what's coming. You still gonna feel the missiles.
Hey, the Lord got the power to bring you right back. Right in a few seconds of thermonuclear destruction, man. Hey, if you thought you escaped judgment, hey, the Most High could just, transmission your ass to America to see judgment.
Yeah.
You be in another land, and next thing you know, you just transmission, and you instant transmission. Instant transmission.
Yeah.
And you in Babylon getting blown the fuck up. That's the power of the Lord, man. The Most High can't do that if you felt it, man.
Okay.
I go right into what the brother's talking about.
Yeah, you may escape martial law and all the famine and all that, but you still gonna feel them heat-seeking missiles. You know?
Hey, I got a precept.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 8, verse 1. It says, and he answered me saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell you a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mud, whereof earthly vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved, man.
It's on now.
So this thing is about the elect, man. Hey, the Most High got, brothers are speaking about judgment. The Most High got great judgment coming for 2/3 of our people, man. And even for the wicked, man, which is the Edomites, man. All right, you got it up.
Got that James 12.
12 more, 10.
We can start at the top. We're talking about our son come back to
Daniel. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth before the children of thy people. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered.
Yeah, man. So, I got to harp on that, man, because you got to do Nate. All right, when the guy Ian Boyne tried to get him to break down Daniel 12, all right, he just skipped over Jacob's trouble. Like, it's going to be from Babylon to deliverance. Nah, man, it's going to be a trial period, man. For the elect, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gold, they're going to be, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get through that fire, man. But 2/3 they're going to be burnt up, man. When missiles, even before the missiles, as far as the famine, scriptures talk about some shall die by famine, all right, pestilence and all of that, man. You know?
It says, everyone that shall be found written in the book, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Yeah, man, so those for everlasting life is what? Like the scriptures say, those that die in the Lord shall rise first. And then you're going to have some who content, like the brother was going into. The Lord is going to bring them back, man. They're going to bring them back. You know what I'm saying? They're going to fill them missiles. And, hey, it's going to be everlasting because when you're going through some pain, especially when your body's on fire, it feels, every second feels like an hour, man. You know?
Hey, one way of grievous death is being set on fire, man. And the scriptures talk about how the nuclear missiles, that fire from the Lord that he put upon those intercontinental ballistic missiles, which really the warheads, all right, when he put upon that fire that's blown, all right, that fire, he said, is going to melt out. He said your tongue shall melt out of your mouth, your eyes shall melt in your sockets, you know, hey, just melting away. It's one thing of being burned, but being melted is another thing, you know.
Lord's going to melt.
Yeah, hey, because everything is going to become ashes and dust, you know. Shit, that's great. That's grievous, man.
The Lord said all the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Look, man, aluminum don't even melt in the oven. That should be hot as hell. Aluminum's gonna be melting. If aluminum's gonna melt, how much more your temple, man?
Hey, in Sirach 39, the spirits are created for vengeance. The first one is fire, man. That's the worst thing that can happen to you, man.
Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Because the Most High can fuck you up bring you back, fuck you up again. He could just leave you in that fucked up state, man.
Yeah, he does.
You know? He does, man. You know? So it's like, you know, you feel like you die, you know what I'm saying? You go up to heaven, you feel a little bit of rest, but then you come right back down to this place. That's why you gotta fear BaHaSham Yahawashi, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Yeah, that's the spirit you brought out of that scripture on. Because what this body, our bodies are the chains of darkness, man. Right. You know, and we're in hell right now. Hell is a condition on the earth, man. So the Lord could put you in a bad predicament over and over and over again, man.
Right.
You know?
And it could be to the fact to where the Lord could put you through some shit, and He not even giving you the wisdom to change those actions that He put. You know what I'm saying? To change your ways, man. So now you just gotta keep going through it and going through it and going through it. You know, until the Most High chooses to, you know, take that off of you, man. Hey, you should feel that, man. You know?
Hey, when you watch, anybody know the name of the movie with Tom Cruise, when he kept dying and coming back and redoing that scene, he had to keep it was in those machines. But hey, when you look at that whole little thing, that's the most I can do, man. Because why? We're reincarnated back into the earth. You know, so really you get a chance to get it right. You know, but that's the power of the Lord, like the brother